Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live with this final match of the evening between Eduardo Portillo and Holly Scott versus Daniel de la Rosa and Samantha Salas. This is the second semifinal match of the evening. The winner of this match will advance tomorrow finals at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to play Álvaro Beltrán and Montserrat Mejia. Joining me here at the booth is Mauricio Celada. Momo, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm very, very excited. We have some young players, up-and-comers. Everybody playing some good ball this weekend. And I think this is going to be a very, very exciting match tonight.
Well, we have a seasoned Mexican team, Daniel de la Rosa and Samantha Salas. Obviously, Samantha, a pro for so many years on this tour, and Daniel de la Rosa, top IRT player, playing against a very young team. Eduardo Portillo, I believe, is 20 years old, and Holly Scott, she is a very young player too. I believe she's 20 years old as well, and she's the current national collegiate champion.
Wow. Yeah, these guys just, coming out of the juniors, making their way into the professional tour, and doing a great job here. Great showing here on the professional tour.
So Daniel de la Rosa serving Eduardo Portillo. Shot there by de la Rosa, scoring a point.
Eduardo has had some really, really good feedback these last couple of months. Eduardo won some really good matches. He's got some good following on media, and I think he's going to be one of the future players coming up here on the professional tour.
Agreed. He's a young player, but he's been all over the place. He was in Sarasota last week. He was in Bolivia before that, too. He was in Chicago, wow. So he's been playing on tour. He's getting seasoned. He's getting experience, and he's being really, really good at tour. I expect to see him in the top 10 maybe in a few years, in short time.
That is true. I agree with that. I think, Portillo is one of the guys that is going to be coming up, little by little in the next couple of years. I definitely see him in the top 10 players in the world in the next couple of years.
So I was talking about this in the previous match, Momo. We had Álvaro Beltrán and playing with Montserrat Mejia, Paola Longoria playing with Rodrigo Montoya. Mm-hmm. And in this match, we have these players right here. So out of these 8 players, 7 are Mexican. And Holly Scott is the only one from the United States. So the Mexicans having a good showing here at the doubles. It's a big deal, doubles for us. This year at Mexican Nationals, the doubles champion in the women's side was Paola Longoria and Samantha Salas. Mm-hmm. And from the men's side, we had Rodrigo Montoya and Javier Mar. So all these players that I just mentioned, they are here playing currently. Paola Longoria plays Samantha Salas tomorrow in the women's pro final at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, absolutely. I think we can see, in the last couple of maybe months and years, we've seen a lot of the Latin American players coming up and making a name for themselves. Like you mentioned, the names there. And these guys are starting to win matches. They're starting to win tournaments, and it's kind of changing the draw up a little bit. It's kind of changing everything up a little bit. So it's really exciting to see that.
Salas to serve. Holly. Whoa, too much heat there.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this, Momo? Do you think 2 games, 3 games? What do you think? What are your thoughts here? Because again, we got a seasoned team here from De La Rosa and Salas against a very young team there. So what are your thoughts?
Man, I want to say, this is going to be for sure a good match, but I want to give it to Daniel and Samantha. 2 games, close, but I'm going to give it to them in 2 games.
Well, you know what? I agree with you, but we can't count Portillo out, neither Holly Scott, because to be honest, it's a surprise for me that they made it this far. They were not expected to be here in the semifinals, but again, they have good chemistry on the court.
Yeah, Portillo for sure. I mean, he's a young player, and I know Holly's a young player as well. But both of these players, you know, they're coming up in the rankings. They're starting to play doubles, you know, just like we're seeing right now. And good matches. So I mean, you know, you never know. You never know. Want to see Holly? Holly over here. She's been training with Cliff. I know that for sure for a couple of years. And
Wow.
you know, maybe that's a result of that.
Great shot there by Holly Scott.
Gonna set up for Portillo. Gonna go splat, skip ball by Daniel.
That's a good shot by De La Rosa. He
Oh,
got
that
the
was a good
ball.
shot, huh?
Oh, he's gonna. Eduardo Portillo is gonna appeal that.
Yeah.
The referee called it good. He's appealing. Linesmen agree with the call, so they lose their first appeal.
Good call. Good call. We have Samantha on the serve. Samantha's gonna go with the drive serve. Nice Z.
Wow.
Very good Z.
Very good.
Very good. Those are the type of serves that you want to serve in doubles. You know, Z serves, jams.
Just not giving a setup to the opponent. Wow.
Exactly. Wow.
What about that?
That was a nice. Oh.
That is a good shot by Holly Scott. Samantha's not seeing that one.
Referee calls it good. We're gonna have an appeal for that.
Referee calls it good.
Line judges agree.
The call stands.
So
they lose and appeal. Both teams have lost an appeal so far.
So that was a good shot.
That was a good shot. From my perspective, Momo, I saw it good.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like it was good.
Portillo keeping it alive. Holly gets a setup. Holly's shooting it. Samantha's, I think, too far back. I don't know what you think, Momo, but Portillo gets a setup. Line there. Holly from the back. De La Rosa. Holly. Oh, Holly wanted to touch that. Unfortunately for her, a little too shallow. I think it was a good shot. I mean, it was a great intention, but very poorly executed. Portillo from the back. Shot there by La Rosa. Reaction right there. Holly. You know, what I'm seeing from Salas is she's stepping too far back. Portillo gets a setup. Wow, Portillo just destroying that ball.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what you think, Momo, but I think Salas is a little too far back, maybe a couple steps far back. She's struggling to get to the front of the court, but she's behind the dotted line.
A little bit, yeah, I think so. Whoa,
wow.
Big skip.
Big, huge, tremendous skip there by Daniel De La Rosa.
Yeah. It was the right shot, but just a little too low.
So 3 serving 7 right now in this first game. De La Rosa trying to shoot it. A little too much heat there from De La Rosa. So I want to mention Eduardo Portillo and Daniel De La Rosa, both are from San Luis Potosí, the same hometown. A lot of great players from Mexico come from there.
Absolutely. San Luis is a big spot for racquetball. I know there's a ton of players coming out of there. They have some very nice clubs in San Luis.
So side out there, 7 serving 3.
7-3 in this first game.
Samantha Salas. Let's see what she does. Do a Z serve right there. 3 walls. Second opportunity right there. Yeah. You know, one of the things that I like by Eduardo Portillo is that he has a long reach. His arms almost go down to his knees. So passing him is really hard.
Absolutely. You are right about that. Wow.
Scott
just
McClellan.
A replay, I would say. There
Hashtag just a replay by Scott McClellan.
Just a replay.
I agree with his call. I think it's good.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
No appeals. No heat. De La Rosa. Wow. Portillo making very smart decisions. His court positioning is really well. Long legs, long body. Again, a long reach. So he has that advantage. He's the tallest person on the court. Oh,
wow.
De La Rosa.
Wow.
Burying it in the corner. So
nice
we got 8 serving 3 now. Short. Second opportunity.
I don't know about that call. I think
So-
he had
so-
a shot about.
Daniel De La Rosa appealed. He held. So appeal used. Wait a minute.
That's a side out. I thought he had a clear shot to the ball.
So Daniel De La Rosa held because he didn't want to hit Holly Scott. So the referee said that he shouldn't have done it. He appealed, but one of the line judges agreed and one disagreed. So appeal used. That is their second appeal loss, and I believe that's their last appeal
Yeah.
of the game.
Yeah,
They only
that's
get
gonna be
2 per game.
Yeah, that's going to be a side out.
So one of the things that I want to say, Mo, is, for example, in terms of wow,
Look at that.
Portillo. Portillo again. De La Rosa. Wow. Great hands by De La Rosa.
Very nice hands
Wow.
by De La Rosa.
So one of the things that they have to differentiate here, Momo, so the women are used to playing 3 out of 5 games to 11 points. The gentlemen are 2 to 15. There goes to 11. But in this case, the women have to adapt to the scoring system by the men. Now, in terms of appeals, in the men's pro tour, you can only appeal 3 things. Short serve, 2 bounces, and a skip. But here, for example, they're playing with different rules, so they can appeal those screens, they can appeal those avoidable shots.
Oh, wow. So you can appeal an avoidable.
Yes, you can appeal it here in this format. In the IRF rules, you can appeal avoidables, you can appeal screens and all that. But, you know, in the Pro Tour, you only can appeal that. So subjective calls, you cannot appeal in the Men's Pro Tour.
Wow.
De La Rosa. Portillo gives a, ceiling shot right there. Set up, Samantha. Portillo.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice hands by De La Rosa. Pushing it back down the line and gets a little bit of a crack.
So 8 serving 3.
8 serving 3. Samantha Salas serving. Caesar to the right. And a slow ball. Nice cut off by Daniel right down the line. He saw that Portillo was stepping over to the right and was able to, hit a good down the line.
Great effort there by Holly Scott, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Salas. C serving Holly. De La Rosa shooting it down the line. De La Rosa trying to pass Holly. Set up right there. De La Rosa with the overhead. Portillo. Portillo from the back.
Wow.
Hand out. So we got 9. Serving 3. Set up. Salas. Keeping it alive.
Wow.
So side out.
Side out.
So the referee's calling the score 5, serving 9. De La Rosa. Wow, what a cross court there by De La Rosa to Portillo. Even though he made the gigantic effort, he can't get to it.
Almost there. Almost there.
Almost there. Holly
Yeah.
Scott now. Lobbing. Salas. Straight shot right there. Good answer from De La Rosa stepping in. See, I love De La Rosa's court position. He's in the center. He's a little bit in front of the dotted line. That's why he could reach that ball. See, people tend to forget that it's not only about execution, but also where are your feet? Where are you standing in the court?
That's right. Yeah. Good Caesar.
Oh, and Holly Scott
He's going to get hit.
hits
I think Holly's going to ask for
Samantha
the avoidable
Salas.
hinder. And referee Scott McClellan is going to call a half out.
It's an avoidable hinder right there, called by Scott McClellan. But unfortunately, they cannot appeal it because they're out of appeals.
Right. That's a
However,
good call, I think.
I think it's a good call.
Popped out a little bit, so.
Now, if I know Samantha, the next chance she gets to clip Holly Scott, she's going to take it.
Absolutely. I will agree with that.
Side
I
out.
think that's,
Very similar to Cliff Swain. Remember when Cliff Swain played and he got hit by someone? The next opportunity Cliff had to clip someone,
Yep.
he took it. By the way, the great Cliff Swain is here at this event.
Skip ball.
He is the coach of Holly Scott.
Yep.
So 6 serving 9 now in the scoreboard. Portillo. Oh, second opportunity here for Portillo.
Good mix-up by Portillo. You know, making he wants to make Daniel shoot.
Oh, Salas burying it in the right corner, unfortunately. And Portillo and Scott pick up another point.
And here we go. Sometimes you have to make that change. You know, you have to go from drive serve to a lob serve, and make your opponent shoot.
Portillo. Salas.
Nice shot.
Oh.
Very nice push by Portillo.
Very good. You know, anticipating that by Portillo, obviously very good. Daniel does not have the reach that Portillo has. He has more agility, but unfortunately Portillo has a longer reach. See?
Absolutely. I can
Very
agree with
effective
that.
serves there.
Wow.
Again, Portillo owning that left corner.
Wow.
And timeout called by Salas and De La Rosa. So we got a 9-9 match. So we're going to cut to commercials. We'll be back here shortly after these messages. Momo Salada, IRT Network. We are back here again, ladies and gentlemen, at the 2019 Syosset Open here in New York State. The Men and Women Pro Tour here. We don't get to see this often. With me in the booth, Momo Salada. I am Fabio Soto, filling in for Dean Bear. Momo, timeout was asked. I got to ask you, what adjustments do you think is Salas and De La Rosa had a huge lead, but they are now tied with this young team. What are your thoughts? What do you think happens in this timeout?
They did, absolutely. I think the main thing they're going to try to do is maybe keep it away from Portillo. He was making some really good shots, putting a lot of pressure, you know, on the team. So, but you know, not to take it away from Holly. Holly was making some really good shots. So it's going to be tough. You know, I think it's going to come down to return of serve. Serves have been really good, but we'll see how the returns come along. Nice touch.
Oh, Scott McClellan, the referee is calling for a hashtag, just a replay.
Just a replay. We're going to go again. Yeah, exactly.
The Samantha, I think the timeout that Samantha called was very lucrative for them because they got a side out. Right there, a point from De La Rosa. Good hands in the front.
Very nice push down the line. Samantha's probably going to stick with the Z.
I think I don't know what do you think, Momo, but I think that in the terms of the Salas and De La Rosa replay there, Scott McClellan, I think it's a good call. I think that Daniel has to take charge. He has to lead this team, even though Samantha Salas is more experienced. I think Daniel De La Rosa, being the power player that he is, he has to take the lead. I mean, in doubles, as in many other sports, you got to have a quarterback. You got to have a receiver.
Yeah, I think so. And not to take it away from the girls. You know, the girls are amazing. But I think just because of the power and the speed, you have to take a little bit, you know, a little bit of a lead. So, yeah, that does make sense a little bit.
Holly Scott touching that ball.
Nice.
De La Rosa scoring another point for Salas and De La Rosa. So we got 12 serving 9 now.
Still a very close game.
It is a close game. It was further away, but they tied it up. Some adjustments need to be made. Holly Scott going for that ceiling shot. Samantha with the setup from the back, trying to cross it.
Skip ball. Oh,
Oh,
referee
the
calls it
referee
good.
couldn't see that ball.
We're going to appeal that.
We're going to appeal that. So the referee couldn't see that ball, so his call has to go for good. Replay. No. They appeal it. So a point awarded. And 13 serving 9 now.
Wow.
In the scoreboard. De La Rosa, Portillo, power
Good.
play.
Very good step up by Portillo.
See, that hustle that he's doing right now is getting them out of trouble. So 13 serving 9 now. Lob Nick there for Portillo. De La Rosa. Portillo wants to shoot that ball. Holly very well placed. Little power there. De La Rosa overhead.
Wow.
Holly has to scramble. Samantha from the back. He's going to shoot it. Portillo. Oh, Samantha clipped it. All right. So here we go. Portillo shooting it. Samantha. Back
Nice
wall.
get.
Portillo. Samantha. Portillo.
Wow.
De La Rosa.
Wow.
Wow.
What a cutoff by
A
Portillo and
tremendous-
a nice return by De La Rosa.
Tremendous diving kill there by De La Rosa. It's not the first time we've seen it do it, Momo.
Yep. Yep. Very, very, very nice. And that's going to give us a side out.
No, that's a point.
Oh, that's a point. Yeah.
Yeah. But so a timeout has been asked by Portillo and Holly Scott. So let's stay. What do you think? So that timeout there that they took, see, it was at 9-9. They took a timeout, Momo, and look, they're 14-9. So it was a good decision by Samantha and De La Rosa. You know, how do you think those timeouts work in their favor?
Absolutely. Very, very smart. You know, sometimes we don't think about those timeouts. Sometimes we think that it's just going to give us a little bit of a break, but it actually gives us a break and maybe a shift in the momentum when we're playing a game. You know, just like we saw right now. We were at 9-9, and, you know, they took a timeout, and you know, everything shifted over, and now we're looking at the match at 14 serving 9. So, you know, for everybody that's watching out there, you know, timeout is very, very important, especially when it's a close match like this.
So first game point there, De La Rosa, Holly Scott setting up. De La Rosa from the back gets a setup, shoots it down the line, 2 bounces, and De La Rosa and Salas win this first game. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back for game number 2. I am Fabio Soto with Momo Salada here in the booth, and we'll be back on the IRT network. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in this second match semifinal of the mixed pros. I'm Fabio Soto, and I am here with Momo Salada. Momo, how are you doing?
Very, very exciting match. You know, close match. Some really, really good rallies. Good Good game plans by both by both teams, and I think we're gonna see a good comeback. I think from Holly and Portillo here in the second game.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of technical racquetball. I mean, it's very good. We're seeing a lot of variety here, but technical because, how timeout was worked. We saw a timeout at 9-9, and the game ended at 15-9. The momentum shifted completely right now. I think Samantha Salas right now is taking charge of this match. In the second game, they're up 3-0. They won the first game 15-9. So Salas has to lead here. They're still in their first serve, and they have 3 points. High
Absolutely.
Z.
And you
Portillo.
can see that she's sticking with that Z to the right.
It's a correct call right there. Samantha Salas, the line, a little too much there. Oh,
Big skip by Portillo.
a little pressure right there. I think Portillo's feeling right now. He has to fill in a little bit. Needs to help his partner. And Salas de la Rosa up 4-0 in the second game.
Very quick lead.
Holly burying that ball in the right corner.
Nice.
It was a good shot there by Holly. A much needed side out, Momo.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if they can get into a run here. Portillo is going to go with the lob. Nick.
That was very effective against De La Rosa in the first game. Let's see how he fares. Wow.
Nice shot.
Capitalizes
nice shot.
on it. Portillo and Scott get their first
Very
point.
nice shot. It's so tough to see that ball off that side glass wall, but Portillo was able to bury it down, with a splat. Nice serve. Nick serve.
Oh, Salas burying that ball. Nothing but splinters.
Big skip. Big skip. Those little shots, even early in the match, can make a big difference.
Oh, definitely. De La Rosa. Oh, Holly can't get to it. Hit her foot, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Holly serving. So Holly is the current national collegiate champion here in the U.S. Being trained by Cliff Swain, the great one. Wow. From the back wall, Salas can't get to it. Bounce funny.
That's going to give them another point.
So 3 serving 4 now. In the scoreboard, Holly Scott with the serve. Lobbing Salas. Salas waiting for it to come from the back wall. De La Rosa. Wow, very well placed. Portillo from the back. Around the world there. Salas.
Wow, nice
Portillo.
switch.
What a way to get it. Portillo. Salas. Salas killed that ball. She had a little scuffle right there with Portillo, but the warrior like she is, she got up and she killed the ball. No complaint. See, that's a warrior. Didn't complain. Didn't say anything to the ref. She just got up and killed the ball.
She was off balance and was able to kill that shot right cross court. Set up off the back wall. She's going to shoot right down the line. Nice. 2 bounces. Portillo was not able to get that.
So 5 serving 3 in the scoreboard. Again, we want to remind people that the winner of this match will take on tomorrow Alvaro Beltran and Monse Mejia in the final of the Mixed Pros at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
We're just going to do a replay on that. Good cutoff down the line. That's going to give Portillo a setup.
Portillo, Salas trying to get both back wall, can't do it. I was talking to Alvaro Beltran before, this match after he won, and I feel bad for Alvaro reaching the final because he told me that he wanted to go to the Yankees game, which is at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, but so he plays at 2 o'clock. I don't think he's gonna make it, Momo. What do you think?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Holly Scott skipping that shot.
Maybe a little too late now, but he can try.
So 3 serving 5 now. I mean, he can lose quick if he wants to make the Yankee game. Portillo from the front. Portillo. De La Rosa. Portillo talking about that great reach. Portillo. Daniel keeping it alive. Portillo. Salas touching that ball. Gives Portillo a setup. Portillo hitting a straight shot. Corner right there.
Nice. You can definitely see Portillo trying to step up, trying to take care of this game.
So 4 serving 5 in the scoreboard. Salas. Wow.
Nice shot down the
See,
line.
I love that about Samantha. She waited patiently to come off the back wall so she can get a setup. She buries it down the line.
Yeah, and that was a low ball. That most people won't even wait for that ball to come off the back wall, but Samantha did and was able to bury it down the line.
Samantha again from the back wall with the setup straight down the line in the corner.
Another one, another one.
Point. 6 serving 4 in the scoreboard.
Very nice. Samantha's going to stick with that lob serve. Z serve to the right. It's going to force Holly to cut it off.
De La Rosa skips that ball. Hand out. Now De La Rosa to serve. Daniel. Little reverse lob there. Samantha. Portillo. Daniel taking charge. Samantha, she has a shot. Portillo, De La Rosa, Portillo, Samantha getting that ball from the crack. Amazing shot.
Between the legs. Another between the legs. Wow.
Wow.
And a reverse pinch between the legs by Daniel De La Rosa.
Yeah, Alvaro Beltran told me, hey, he taught Daniel how to do that shot. So he taught him everything.
Here we go. Set up off the back wall. Gonna shoot cross court.
Salas down the line. Great shot. Down the line again. Too much heat there from Samantha to Portillo. Another point awarded to Daniel and Samantha. So 8 serving 4 now. Portillo. Samantha putting some racket on it right there. Holly gets a setup from the back. Too close right there. Samantha set up from the back.
Wow.
Samantha destroying that ball.
What a shot.
I'm willing to bet that Samantha hits harder than some of the men on the tour.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
I'm willing to bet.
Absolutely. Right now we're looking at this is a mixed pros match, but, the girls are hitting just as hard as the men.
So a timeout called by Portillo and Scott. I think very wise. It's 10-4.
Yeah.
What do you think, Momo?
I think that's a very good timeout. It might have been a little bit. They could have called that a little bit earlier, but it's okay. Maybe a little bit later than ever, but
Yeah. So they're down by 6. I mean, what adjustments would you make if you were Holly and Portillo, Momo?
Man, I would say, I would stick with the Z serves. I would do a little bit more of that. I would try to hit a little bit more of some wide angles, maybe, just to get the game going a little bit. Force your opponent to hit some weird shots. That's what I would do. And I know the guys, their opponents are playing very, very tough. But just try to move them around a little bit, hit some wide angles, hit some passes. But you know what, man? Sometimes in mixed doubles, you can attack the girls a little bit, but in this match, the girls are just banging just as hard as the guys are, so it's tough.
Samantha with a reverse. Samantha's gonna step it up. To the front.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Good shot by Samantha. It's a good shot by Samantha. That's what the Scott McLean's gonna call it. Referees, the side judges are going to overrule the call. From my angle, I thought it was a skip shot.
Yeah. So the racket hit the floor and
But the line judges disagreed with the referee, so they overruled him.
Wow. Here we go, set up for Daniel. He's going to go pinch. Ooh.
So Eduardo Portillo trying to keep it alive. Unfortunately, he cannot. So Holly Scott is going to serve.
And we're going to go half out for serving 10.
So Holly Scott lobbing Salas. Oh, wallpaper
Very
right
nice
there.
serve. Set up off the back wall.
Wow,
Goes
Salas
down
was
the
right
line.
there.
Wow.
See, that right there, Momo, is experience.
Exactly.
Salas knew she didn't give a good return, So she went around Holly. She expected that down the line, and she crushed it.
Perfect, perfect, perfect return by Samantha.
Oh, lob C right there. Unfortunately, a little bit too much for Daniel. So Daniel De La Rosa to the serve. A lob. Salas putting racket on it. Holly Scott gets a setup. Holly Scott shooting it. Salas can get it. Holly giving a setup to De La Rosa. Hits the crack and a point for De La Rosa and Salas. So De La Rosa Salas 4 points away from closing in on this match.
Yeah, very tough, very tough. I would like to see Holly and Portillo slow the game down a little bit. Everything is just going so fast right now.
De La Rosa again killing it on that left corner. Too much heat there for Holly Scott.
Like right now, I would love to see like a rack it up or something. It's just a little too fast, I think, for these guys.
I agree.
You want to change the pace down a little bit. Good return. Wow.
De La Rosa showing why he's one of the best on the men's pro tour.
Very nice.
So
I would love to see a rack it up right now.
So 13 serving for. I agree with you, Momo. I would very much love for these young players to, show a little more strategy, show a little bit more intelligence into the game and slowing stuff down.
Yeah.
This
because
quickness.
you can see Daniel stepping up to the box and just serving right away. And that puts a lot of pressure on it. Now we're looking at 14-4.
We have our first match point. And it is over. Daniel buries it in the right corner. So we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Salas De La Rosa win this match 15-9, 15-4. What are your thoughts, Momo, after this match?
I think, fairly easily. These guys, you could see that they had a lot of control over the match, and they wanted to get in and out as fast as they could. So, and that's what they did. They had a good game plan, both of them, Daniel and Samantha. And, they feel pretty good. So I think they're going to be fresh, going into the next match.
So they advance, and they play tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Álvaro Beltrán and Montserrat Mejia. That is the mixed pro final. Before that, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the men, Rocky versus Kane. And before that, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Samantha Salas versus Paola Longoria. Momo Salada, I want to thank you for joining us on the booth here tonight. It was a pleasure to have you. And we'll hope to see you here tomorrow. My name is Fabio Soto. Momo, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Some really, really good matches going on tomorrow. So everybody tune in starting at, is it 11?
12 p.m.
12
Eastern
p.m.
Time.
12 p.m. So don't make any plans. 12 p.m. we're going to be here live. 12 p.m., 1 p.m.,
and
2 p.m. And we're going to have some great racquetball going on tomorrow, Sunday. So don't go anywhere. Come in, tune into the IRT network, and enjoy the matches tomorrow.
So for the IRT, I am Fabio Soto along here with Momo Salada. Good night, everybody.